Much. Oxley, I was just wondering, when's the last time you got your hair cut?
About a month ago.
About a month ago. All right. I get mine every week. My girl just, shapes it up real nice and stuff. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean.
It's the way you got to do it. No beard, though. Beard's for life. Ring, 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 ring. Hello?
Hi, is this, Sarbanes and Oxley? I heard you guys are pretty good in the detective field, and I was wondering if you could help me out with an inspection.
What sort of an inspection?
What sort of an inspection?
My role is to look into how public audits are conducted and the practices of auditing firms. You know, see if they're doing everything right.
Well, what's the problem? Why do you need us?
So I've been looking into McKinney & McKinney, LLP.
Oh, hey, I heard of them. Big company. Real big. Right on College Avenue.
Real big.
And I'm getting a little lost in their financial history. Well, and their history overall. McKinney & McKinney has been known to acquire small firms to build up their various practices, but it's always been reported correctly, and everything has been very easy to look over. But this time, though, I saw some revenue that I couldn't trace back to a client, which led me to look into their most recent acquisitions. And I saw some transactions that haven't been documented, and other firms I'd never heard of. Don't know what they do. Could be unrelated, but we're also doing an inspection of their independence practices, and it seems they're not integrated into the firm's culture at all anymore.
I feel like there's something bigger going on here, you know what I mean? At least something kind of sketchy, a little bit odd. Hey, hold on a second. What are you thinking?
Well, we'll start with some interviews. Maybe start with McKinney & McKinney's attitude towards the whole thing. Do some research on McKinney & McKinney. Find some employees that are working for McKinney & McKinney. Now, that seems like a good place to start.
All right, boy. If you're on board. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Thinking that we're going to head over to McKinney & McKinney.
Great. I'm pretty swamped with other ongoing inspections, but I'll meet you there if I can.
All right, not necessary. We'll just let you know when we have something. I don't know, like, my girl she cuts it real nice and makes me feel good, you know?
Good for you, man. Good for you.
So, who are you gentlemen again?
Well, I'm Paul Sarbanes, and this is my boy Michael Oxley. We work over at the SEC. Just here to ask you a few questions.
Hope it's nothing serious.
You know, we're just looking for some information, some dirt. So to start, could you tell us a little bit about your policy on acquiring firms and how you integrate them into your corporate culture?
Oh, well, sure. We started acquiring smaller firms about 10 years back to expand our business practices. Mostly we focused on taking on more CPAs that could also assist our audit teams. We enjoyed having employees with knowledge in the field. We've never really had any problem integrating them into our company culture. We've made them aware of all company policies, including our ethical standards, as soon as they come on board.
And how many firms would you say you've acquired over the years?
Oh, there were only a few substantial acquisitions. Quite painstaking to make sure everything was documented correctly, but we made sure that we put in the effort to make sure that everything has run smoothly.
Now, I know you've mentioned your audit businesses, but you have other smaller practices as well, right? Have you ever acquired a business of a different industry?
Well, there have been a number of smaller firms, but the only employees I can remember of were accountants.
So you must keep the business of these firms' clients, continue to provide services, bring them into the array of clients you serve?
We have continued to provide for new audit clients that we have not worked with before and whose business we have not been able to gain. Are there any other questions that I can help you gentlemen with?
Nah, man. We're good. I guess that's all for today.
Okay, hope I could be of use to you guys.
So that guy was really cool. Great company, I'm sure. Nothing at all going on there. So would you like to tell a PCAOB or should I?
Yo, that guy sucks. He barely answered anything. I have a weird feeling in my big old gut that they are growing other practices and not just acquiring other small audit firms. You feel me?
Well, whatever it is that's going on, he's not telling us. So maybe we could have Maria look into the unexplained revenue and maybe some of those acquisitions as well.
Yeah, good idea. I'll give her a call. Hey, baby girl, can you work some magic for me? Challenge me, you beautiful detective! So you think you can do some financial statement analysis for us? We need to know about McKinney & McKinney, LLP, and where the revenue is coming from. Seems to us, and the PCAOB, that they've been acquiring more than just small audit firms. Could that have anything to do with it? Anything for you? Well, it says here they've acquired at least a dozen smaller firms, but not one of them appears to be audit-related. In fact, some of them are still generating revenue. Did the PCAOB mention that? I doubt it. Nah, he didn't. We'll let him know. Can you dig up anything about the firms that don't appear to provide auditing services? Apparently one is very old, but still a successful consulting firm. Do some work discreetly for a lot of powerful companies. Wow! McKinney & McKinney acquired them for a lot of money. Also seen the management of Loeb & Loeb step down. Probably also for a lot of money. Kind of fishy, huh?
Can she find anyone still working for McKinney & McKinney from Loeb & Loeb that we could talk to?
I found that most of the best associates stayed with Loeb & Loeb, and now they are on McKinney & McKinney's payroll, but still working for Loeb & Loeb. One of their clients is in town. John Stockton. You could try talking to Teresa Kay. Says he's the manager for that client and is currently being paid by McKinney & McKinney. Yo, you're a goddess, though. Anything for you, sugar? Should we head to Loeb & Loeb? Teresa Kay could be our girl.
Anything for you, sweet stuff. Which one of you is Teresa Kay?
That would be me. Can I help you?
We want to ask you a few questions about McKinney & McKinney. Let's step outside.
What do you want to know about McKinney & McKinney?
Could you tell us about when your firm was acquired by McKinney & McKinney?
Acquired? Well, a few months back, almost all of the top management at Loeb & Loeb stepped down and were replaced, I guess you could say, by executives of McKinney & McKinney. But really nothing has changed. I've stayed on the same team and have just continued to provide financial consulting services for John Stockton.
What financial consulting services do you primarily provide?
My team helps them with financial statement preparations, tax treatment of certain transactions, and Kathy over there has been helping them as an investment advisor. Services like those.
Okay. So even though not much has changed, you're still currently reporting to McKinney & McKinney and are paid by McKinney & McKinney. And in fact, McKinney & McKinney also bills John Stockton for your services, correct?
Yes, I believe that's true. My whole team's salaries have remained the same to my knowledge, so no one seemed to mind the changes particularly. Is anything wrong?
So, do you know who performs the annual audits for Loeb & Loeb?
No, I don't. Why?
Thank you for your help. We may be in touch again. A pleasure. Hey, beautiful. I need one more thing. Name it! You've got it, boy! Can you tell me who audits John Stockton? Looks like McKinney and McKinney.
Have you been able to find anything? We here at the PCAOB can't thank you enough for helping out.
We think we found a lot, actually.
Oh, really?
Seems to us that some of the small firms they've acquired are financial consulting firms. They're still operating under their original names, yet the revenue is going to McKinney and McKinney. Could account for those transactions you saw that weren't documented. Seems like McKinney and McKinney didn't want the revenue to be tracked back to these consulting firms. Kinda sketchy.
But the only reason for that...
Is if they were auditing the same companies.
But they couldn't do that.
And this is only one company. We're thinking that this is happening with the other firms that they have acquired as well.
I can't even believe McKinney and McKinney, such a company of integrity and values.
We can't believe it either, but it appears to be true.
The only thing to do now is call the SEC.
No. I said I wanted a red Ferrari, not a white one. Okay, yes, and we are having dinner at the Palm.